Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English with Cheri. I'm Cheri,
And I'm Nick.
and today we are talking about something that so many people feel, and I mean so many. It doesn't matter if you are just starting to learn English or even if you've been speaking for years.
We're talking about speaking in public and being afraid of it.
Right. So if you have ever felt nervous before talking in front of people, maybe at school, at work, at a party, or even just in a small group, then this one is for you.
And if you are learning English at the A1 or A2 level, this is especially important because speaking in public can feel really scary when English is not your first language.
So today we are going to talk about why we feel afraid, what happens in our body when we get nervous, and then, the good part, we're going to give you some simple phrases and real tips that you can actually use.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So, Nick, let me ask you something. Do you remember the first time you had to speak in front of a group of people?
Oh, yes, I do. It was at school. I had to read a short story in front of my whole class. And I remember my hands were shaking.
Shaking hands, yes, so many people feel that.
And my voice, it was so quiet. The teacher asked me to speak louder, and I wanted to disappear. Right there, in that moment, just gone.
I think almost everyone has a story like that. So, for our listeners, to speak in public means to talk in front of a group of people. It can be a big group or even a small one, 5 people, 10 people, it still counts.
Right, and the word afraid means you feel scared, nervous, not comfortable. So you can say, I am afraid of speaking in public. Simple sentence, very useful.
And this feeling, this fear of public speaking, it actually has a long, very scientific name, but honestly, it's too hard. Let's not worry about it.
Yes, the important thing is this feeling is extremely common. Most people, more than half of all people, feel nervous about speaking in public.
More than half. So if you feel this way, you are absolutely not alone.
Not even close to alone.
Even famous speakers, people who do this every day, they say they still feel nervous before they talk.
And that is kind of comforting, right? If they can do it nervous, so can we.
So let's talk about why we feel afraid. Nick, in your opinion, why do people get scared when they have to speak in front of others?
Well, I think the biggest reason is we worry about what other people think. We think, what if I say something wrong? What if I forget a word? What if people laugh at me?
Yes, and for English learners, it's even more intense because you're already thinking about grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, all at the same time.
It's a lot. Your brain is working so hard. And then on top of that, you also have to look at people, stand still, speak clearly. It can feel like too much.
And another big reason is that we want to be perfect. We think we have to say every single word correctly. But actually, nobody is perfect. Not even native speakers make zero mistakes.
Wait, can I jump in here?
Please, go ahead.
I think this is so important. When you are speaking in English, especially at A1 or A2 level, making mistakes is completely normal. It's part of learning. People understand you even when you make small mistakes. They're listening to your message, not judging every word.
So true. And here's a helpful phrase you can use if you feel nervous or if you make a mistake. I'm still learning. That's it. Simple, honest, and people really respect that.
I love that phrase. I'm still learning. 4 words, so much power.
And another phrase, please be patient with me. You can say this at the beginning, before you speak. It lets people know you might need a little extra time. And almost always, they say, of course, no problem.
People are generally so much kinder than we expect them to be.
Okay, now let's talk about what actually happens in your body when you feel nervous, because knowing this can help you understand yourself and feel a little more in control.
I find this part so interesting. So, when we feel afraid, our body reacts. The heart starts to beat faster. You can feel it really strong. Boom, boom, boom.
And your face can get red. We call this blushing. To blush means your face becomes red because you feel nervous or embarrassed. It happens automatically. You can't stop it.
And your mouth gets dry. Suddenly, you really want water. And your hands, they can shake, like we said earlier.
Your voice can shake too. It sounds a little different, a little unsteady when you are nervous.
So, there's a phrase I want to share, and this is a very natural, everyday English expression. I have butterflies in my stomach. Have you heard this one?
Yes, butterflies in my stomach. This means you feel nervous inside.
Right, not real butterflies, of course.
Definitely not real.
It's just that strange, fluttery feeling in your stomach when you're nervous or excited. And you can use it like this. Before my presentation, I had butterflies in my stomach.
And here's something really important to remember. All of these feelings, they are completely normal. Your body is not doing something wrong. It's actually trying to help you. It's giving you extra energy because it knows you are about to do something important.
So instead of thinking, I'm so nervous, something is wrong with me, try thinking, my body's getting ready. I can do this.
Change the story you tell yourself. That shift it's really powerful. All right, now the part I think many of you have been waiting for. Useful phrases for speaking in public.
Yes, so imagine you are in a classroom, a meeting, or a small group conversation. These phrases will help you start talking, keep talking, and even recover when things go wrong.
Phrase 1. Could you repeat that, please? Use this when you don't understand something someone just said. It's polite, it's clear, and people use it all the time, even native speakers.
You never have to pretend you understood when you didn't. Just say, could you repeat that, please? Easy.
Phrase 2. I'm not sure, but I think. This is so useful when you want to share an idea, but you're not 100% certain. Instead of staying quiet because you're afraid to be wrong, you say, I'm not sure, but I think the answer is, and then you try. That takes real courage.
And you know what? Being wrong is not the end of the world. People forget wrong answers very fast. They remember the ones who tried.
Phrase 3. Can I say something or can I add something? Use these when you want to speak but other people are talking. Instead of just interrupting, which can feel awkward, you ask first. It's polite, and almost always people will say yes.
And phrase 4, and this one saved me many times. Sorry, I need a moment. This is for when your mind goes blank. You know that feeling? You're talking and then suddenly nothing, empty. Your brain just stops.
Yes, it happens to everyone.
And instead of panicking, you just say, sorry, I need a moment. You take a breath and you continue. People understand completely. It's very human.
And phrase 5, my personal favorite, thank you for listening. End your talk, your answer, your turn with this. It shows confidence. It's warm. It's graceful.
Even a 10-second answer can end beautifully with thank you for listening. It makes people feel respected.
So those 5 phrases again. Could you repeat that, please? I'm not sure, but I think. Can I add something? Sorry, I need a moment. And thank you for listening.
Write them down, practice them, make them yours.
Okay, we're almost at the end of today's episode, but before we go, let's talk about some simple, practical tips. Things you can do before you speak in public and during.
Tip 1. Practice at home. Talk to yourself in the mirror. I know, it sounds a little funny.
It really does work, though.
It does. You get used to the sound of your own voice. You see your own face. You get comfortable. And you can practice the phrases we just shared again and again until they feel completely natural.
Tip 2. Start small. Don't try to give a big speech first. Start by answering one question in class. Introduce yourself to one new person. Say one sentence in a meeting. Small steps. Every time you speak, even for 10 seconds, you are getting better.
And every time it goes okay, your confidence grows a little. It's slow, but it's real.
Tip 3. Slow down. When we feel nervous, we talk fast, very, very fast. But slow speech sounds much clearer and much more confident. Take your time. Your listeners will actually understand you better.
Tip 4. Breathe. Before you start speaking, take one deep breath. In through the nose, hold for a second, and out through the mouth. It calms your body and your mind. It only takes 3 seconds, but it makes a real difference.
And tip 5. I always tell this to my students. Focus on your message, not your mistakes. What do you want to say? Think about that. The words will come. People remember what you said, not how perfectly you said it.
The message is always what matters most.
All right, let's do a quick review before we say goodbye.
Today, we talked about the fear of public speaking, what it is, why it happens, and what our body does when we feel nervous.
We learned the expression, I have butterflies in my stomach, for that nervous feeling inside.
We shared 5 useful phrases. Could you repeat that, please? I'm not sure, but I think. Can I add something? Sorry, I need a moment. And thank you for listening.
And 5 real tips. Practice at home, start small, slow down, breathe, and focus on your message, not your mistakes.
And one last thing before we go.
Des?
Everyone feels nervous sometimes. Everyone. The difference is some people speak anyway.
Courage is not the absence of fear. It's speaking even when you feel afraid. And you can do that. We really believe you can.
We do.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today on English with Cheri. If this episode helped you, please share it with a friend who's also learning English. They might need to hear this too.
And come back next time for more everyday English conversations with us. We'll be here. Until then, you've got this.
See you next time. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.